Hello, I'm Claudia Louise from BeHealing.com and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time, full Celtic Cross Tarot spread for your love life. I've made 3 readings here, the crystal, the flower and the shell. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. Now, each one of them has got a deeper dive as well, an extended reading that goes with it. I will reveal in the deeper dive the outcome cards from this reading, from this Celtic Cross spread, and I will also be getting out all of the cards from these love tarot decks and oracle card decks that I've got, all the romantic ones out for you to give you more clarity on that. I'll also be going into timelines as well, possible timelines for it. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings, you'll see a link that pops up there for that. You'll find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below, where you can also find the timestamps to jump ahead to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Would you like the crystal? And that's with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Tarot of Mystical Moments, not the Tower of Mystical Moments. Would you like the flower, which is with the Light Seers deck? Such a beautiful, vibrant flower too. Or the shell, along with the Muse Tarot. Take your pick now. Use your intuition. Don't forget to click like on this video down there as well. Leave a comment too, even if it's just to say hi. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Please don't just watch this and enjoy it and without saying anything, because just a little second of your time to do that stuff, it makes all the difference to my channel. I'm very much appreciated for any interaction that you have on this channel. Don't forget to click click that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week. And so if you've got any ideas of what you want me to do them on, let me know in the comments below as well as you're watching these readings. And click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me too. My other stuff, I do a daily energy update for the collective, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads for donations, so come along to that sometime. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing down there. You can click on set a reminder on that show, see when it is in your time zone, come along live. Would love to see you in there. So there you go, crystal, flower or shell. Take your pick now and I'll see you in your reading. If you chose the crystal and the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's do your full Celtic Cross Tarot spread now about your love life. Find out what's going on for you. Now, as always, there's a deeper dive to this. In the deeper dive, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal the outcome cards of this Celtic Cross spread. I'm also going to pull some cards out, all of my romance cards out as well for bonus cards for you, and find out more about this story. And I'm going to go into timelines as well, how this might all play out too. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll pop a link for that deeper dive up there. You'll also find a link for it in the description box and in the comments below. So crystals, let's find out what this reading is all about. It's about the Knight of Swords. So it's about moving forward swiftly in the direction that you want to go in your love life. It's about cutting through the BS is what I'm hearing, and getting to the truth. Now, she's flying here on a white feather, which to me signifies angels' help. So I feel like there's help that you're getting from your angels, spirit guides, higher self, universe, whatever it is you want to call it, that is leading you the way forward to cut through the BS and find clarity so that you can move forward, to find truth so that you can move forward in a romantic situation. What's hindering crystals in this? What's crossing you is the Chariot. So there's what's hindering you is this impatience. It's a need to go fast. It's a need for action now, which is interesting because we've got the Knight of Swords, which is about fast movement. But the need for that, because see, this is a different kind of a chariot. The chariot can be being pulled in 2 different directions. It's going fast, right? Fast forward, but this has got a snail on it. So it's like, it's this, in this particular deck, it's kind of honoring that truth that the best things really need to be handled slowly. So there's some truth that can lead you forward fast, but the very idea or wish for things to move fast is actually hindering you as well. This isn't saying that you can't have it fast, but it's saying that there's some kind of a truth that will lead to speeding things up, rather than the trying to push it to speed things up. that will actually get you there instead of hindering you. That makes sense to you. Let's find out more about it. How do things look on the face of it? So how does this love life situation for crystals look on the face of it? How does it appear? You're getting one card out for each. Very interesting. The moon, like bewildered by it. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't figure it out. Someone's not communicating. They're not telling me what's going on. I don't get it. I need clarity. The clarity is coming from your angel guides from the universe. How interesting. Not from a specific person. Maybe when you let go of the reins, maybe when you're okay that it doesn't move so fast, maybe when you take a step back and you go, there's something I'm not seeing here, it's all very confusing, says the moon. I'll take a step back because there's something off about this. When you do that, I think it could ease up the energy. I think that's what the Chariot's saying too, is like, don't push forward on this. There's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you're not seeing here. So, the moon, you know, when the moonlight is out, things aren't as they appear. You can think that something excuse me, I swallowed wrong. You can think that something appears like someone's out there, right? When it's night here, there's all these trees out here, and there's coconuts hanging on some of the trees that have been hollowed out, and they've put orchids growing out of them in these hollowed out coconuts, and they're hanging on the side of trees, right? And there's one right outside my room here, and it's the coconut height is just at head height if it was a human. Now often in the moonlight I can see it as someone being there, and it freaks me out, but it's not someone there. And you see, that's what I'm getting from this too, is in the moonlight things aren't as they appear. It's obvious when the sun comes out that it's not a human being, but you might be freaking out because things aren't as they appear to be. There's a confusion there because you're not seeing things clearly, because something hasn't been revealed in the sunlight yet, whether someone's not telling you the truth of how they're feeling or what's going on for them. There's something misleading going on, so you don't have the clarity. What's really behind that? Okay, what's really behind that is the Queen of Swords. A need to have better boundaries. You're letting someone get away with something, confusing behavior, instead of asking them, requiring them to either step up, tell you the truth, or back down and on your way kind of thing. That is the Queen of Swords, kind of an energy of having boundaries. So this feels to me like you're letting someone get away with being fluffy, with being not telling you, with being mysterious. There's a feeling here, crystals, that you're trying to hold on to someone. It's better to have them and let them get away with stuff rather than hold them to something or say, hey, what's going on? Fear of rocking the boat kind of thing. Now, why would you fear rocking the boat? Also behind it is the King of Cups, but look at this King of Cups. It's the feminine version of the King of Cups. She's got a ship there in her hands. It looks like a good ship, right? It's not sinking. It's not even in the water, but it's a good ship. And in her skirt there, she's got a gateway. She's letting another ship come in, not a sinking ship. Not something that's pretending to be a ship, but it's a good ship as well. She's being careful about who she lets in, because she's got a ship there, and she doesn't need to let damaged ships, sinking ships, ships that are on fire, ships that aren't really ships in. Queen of Swords, putting these two together, she needs to have a boundary, better boundaries. She needs to ask, she needs to look very clearly. Is your ship on fire? Is it sinking? Have you got, are you stable? Or is your life a mess? What aren't you telling me? Either step up or shut up, go away. Either tell me the truth or you don't have a space in my life. It's having those very clear boundaries, being very strong in that, saying, hey, I don't put up with that kind of stuff in my life. You either come in with these high standards, telling me treating me right, without all of this ambiguity that we've got with the moon here, or you're not in my life, you don't get in, right? And so you have the power in this situation, but it feels like you're handing your power away. And it feels like you're wanting to rush into this, even though it's not clear, this situation. So I think you've got your eye on a person here that isn't being clear with you, and they're not stepping up to high standards because you're not holding those high standards. What's really behind that is you need to step into those high standards yourself and demand that of the other person. And if they're not stepping up to that, then let them go and go out there and find someone that will. Or better still, just live your life and have those high standards for yourself, and then wait for someone that matches that to come into your life naturally. Then you don't need to search, you don't need to waste your time doing that. Now, what about the past energy? What's the recent past energy for crystals? The Three of Wands. So you've been waiting for your ship to come in. Waiting for them, just waiting for them. That's what you've been doing. A whole lot of waiting. How frustrating. Why are you waiting? Why do you believe that they're going to come, God? Why do you believe that this is going to change? Have you got any indication that it is going to change, or is it wishful thinking? Have they told you that it's going to change? Have they told you to wait? Have they asked you to wait for them? Yeah, not told you to wait. Have they asked you to wait for them? I think some of you have been waiting, and you shouldn't be. You should be having higher standards than that. What about the energy coming in the near future? King of Cups. So I've got this ship. Is that ship good enough for you? He loves you. King of Cups. But the Hangman. Changing your mind about that. Changing your mind about that. You could be changing your mind very shortly about this person, this King of Cups, this person that you think loves you. Are they really loving you with their behavior? Are they being loving towards you or not? Or is it just the imagination that they're loving you? Loving is not a feeling that someone has. It's how they're actually treating you, is what they're doing for you. You can love someone by doing things for them, by, it's an action. It's not just a feeling. And if you're thinking like this King of Cups has got feelings for you, if they're not taking any action, if they're not being consistent with you and actually loving you properly, doing things for you and that kind of stuff, then that's not, it's not real love. It's just a feeling. Anyone can have a feeling. If you don't take action on it, it means we've got no buy-in on that. So, you can do whatever. I could have a feeling that I'm a great tarot reading. If I'm not actually doing it, if I'm not actually doing tarot readings, then I'm not a good tarot reader. I can have all the feelings that I like and all the ideas about that, but unless you're putting it into practice, you're not it. And so, and likewise, if about relationships, you can have all the feelings you like about someone, but if you're not actually taking action and physically loving them, doing things for them, prioritizing them, putting skin in the game, investing in that relationship, contacting them, talking to them, being upfront, relationship skills, just all of that stuff that is involved in relationships. That's not real love. It's just a feeling, and a feeling is nothing. We can have random feelings with people. They can have feelings for you, and if they're not acting on it, it means nothing in relationship. So it feels to me like in the near future you're going to be changing your mind about this, that this love situation is a feeling, there's no action behind it. I think if you raise your standards, you'll find that there's no action behind it. If you raise your standards and demand those standards to be met, I don't believe that they will. In this situation, in this energy situation that I'm picking up on. So tell us more about this. Woo, the Fool. This reading is also about the Fool. How interesting. So let's get back to the original card. The original card in this reading, what this reading is all about, is the Knight of Swords. And this is about cutting through the BS, is what I said, right? And this is exactly what this reading is about. So it's kind of BSing yourself, right? And you're cutting through that so that you can have this truthful new start, fast start, new start, because it's the Fool, starting on a new journey here, taking a risk on something that will pay off, going down a new path. And the truth, and it doesn't come from someone. Remember, the Father was telling me that it's coming from your spirit guides. It's just not coming from someone. You're not going to get the truth out of this person. We're going to be ambiguous. But the truth comes through the inaction. Set yourself up on a new journey to Fool with someone, Knight of Swords, that's going to be faster moving, that's going to, not fast moving because that would be a red flag, but faster movement. There's actually going to be movement there, let's put it that way, and taking a risk on it. Someone that's willing to take a risk on it, on relationship. I feel like you've got someone new coming in when you realize that you've been banging on a door that's never going to open. It might not even be a door. So what are your fears? I feel like you've obviously got fears of letting somebody go here. Judgment. Fears of judgment. So you could have been thinking about this person. It could be like good on paper kind of thing for a relationship. You could have looked at them and thought, yeah, this would be really good. This is my person. And not want to change your mind on that. You might have been pinning all your hopes on this person. But really, only pin your hopes on someone that's taking action. Relationship, like anything, is a choice to be made. We should only invest in a relationship with someone else that's investing in a relationship. Whether they look good on paper or not, whether they have got feelings and whether we've got feelings or not, it doesn't make any difference. The only important thing in relationship should be, have you got that stuff and are taking action? That should be like just the deal breaker. And if they're not taking action, move away. They don't want a relationship. Move away. Find someone else. They don't want a relationship. If they're not taking any action, they don't want a relationship. And that should be more important than the judgment, what the mind thinks about it, than the feelings, how you feel about it. So there's fears of judgment there. You might be also taking on too much responsibility for that person, projecting your insecurities onto them, feeling like you can't leave them out in the cold, that they're in need of your love and you have to rescue them, kind of thing. That would be a judgment about the person too. Nobody's in need of your love. You get to choose who you want to give it to, and give it to someone that's giving it to you as well, properly doing things for you, investing in that relationship. What are your hopes? So you've got a fear about being judgy here. So there's a feeling that you think that this person needs you or you need them. Need is never a good reason to get into a relationship. Either way around, whether they need you or you need them. Relationship should be about two whole people coming together, wanting to be in relationship, and it's a decision that you make. Okay, I want a relationship. I'm going to act on this. I'm going to put effort into it. That is the only healthy kind of a relationship to get into, not one based out of need. Hopes, what are your hopes? Four of Swords. Healing, rest, recuperation, you're hoping for that. You're hoping for a break. Like, give me a break. It's been so hard. You might have had one relationship after another. You might be investing in the wrong people over and over again. People that aren't investing in you. And you want a break from it. Well, give yourself a break from it. Stop doing it. Just wait for one that is investing. Don't invest first. Don't invest first? Or invest a little bit first and then wait for them to reciprocate. If they don't, walk away, find someone else. Because really, there are so many people like that. It's not you being singled out, offered relationships. You're not even being offered a relationship, in fact. But you're meeting people like that don't invest. They're everywhere. There's a lot of people that aren't in a self-loving place enough to even have anything to offer into a relationship, and they don't want it. And so it's not just you. There's a lot of them out there, but you've got to recognize them, right? Because those people, they do want something. Yeah, they want their sexual urges to be met. They want their needs, their need for attention, all of these low-level things that people want from relationships, that is going to urge them to have some kind of interaction with you, but that's not a relationship. That's nowhere near a relationship. So I'm not saying like they're just going to keep to themselves. They're not. They're going to try and get you into bed. They're going to try and get some attention from you. But that is not the same thing as wanting to get into a relationship with you. So you've got to give yourself a break and start noticing those people, and stop giving to relationships like that, and stop pretending that these requests for your attention are anything but that booty calls are anything but that. It's not. It's just someone who wants those very low level things satisfying. It's not an investment into a relationship at all. So give yourself a break from that and start noticing those things. You can have that break. You need to give it yourself there. And there are only a few that do actually want a relationship and that have got something to invest, because there's not that many people that are doing the self-love thing. So wait for one of those to come around. So let's get your outcome cards out. It's a good start. Okay. So your outcome cards, I will reveal them in the deeper dive read. This is good. I like it. And yes, excellent. Okay. You might not think they're excellent, but as a reader, I think these are really excellent. If you want to find out what those are, and I'm also going to pull cards out from all of my romance decks, along with timelines, how this might play out, then you might want to get the deeper dive. This sounds like it is your story, or could be your story. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below as well. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch thing, so you do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. Type that in very carefully. The email may end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Do check in those places. In that email, you'll find a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on the crystal on your device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. When you click on the picture of a video, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. How's this resonating with you? Or just say, hey, it really helps out my YouTube channel when you do that, and YouTube will actually show more people my videos, because I used to get thousands of views on these and now it's like less than 1,000. Help a girl out here. It doesn't take much of your time or energy just to click that like button and say hello, and it makes a massive difference to the YouTube algorithm when you are interacting with these videos. So thank you for doing that. Click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I do 3 of these love figure card reads a week, and if you've got any ideas of what you want me to do them on, let me know in the comments below and I'll do that for you. And click on that subscribe button and that notification bell down there to hear my other stuff too, which is a daily energy update for the collective. And also I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads for donations, so come along in that. I would love to see you in there. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel, Be Healing, by clicking on the Be Healing thing down there. And you can click on set a reminder for that show to come along live. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the Flower and the Light Seers Tarot deck, and then this one's for you. Let's do a full Celtic cross spread for your flowers to find out what's going on in your love life at the moment. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you are interested in seeing the outcome cards from this Celtic cross spread, and also me picking out all of these love cards as well for more clarity on all of this that's going on in your love life, then you can get that toward the end of the reading. There will be a link that pops up there, and you've got a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's find out about your love life. What's this all about? Oh, it's about the Devil and the Ace of Wands. Someone is trying to lure you in through this offer of passion. Let's have this. Let's do this thing. Ace of Wands is very phallic kind of it's a lusty kind of a proposition. They want something, but what is it that they want with you? There's a lot of passion here. It could be obsession with the Devil card there as well. It could be obsession, infatuation, a lot of lust, wanting something with you. Okay, what is hindering you in this situation? So you could have met someone new. And there could be intense attraction between you both at the moment. You're wanting to start something new with them. Oh, that's too many. What is hindering you? What is hindering you in this situation? What's that one? Wounded warrior. So the wounded warrior is hindering you in this situation. It's working against you. So you've got some woundings there that is making you susceptible to some kind of, the devil could be someone with addictions as well. It could be sex addiction, but it could be alcoholic, drug addict, any kind of addiction. And the wounded part in you has you open and susceptible to this kind of a person. It might be what you want, but it might not be what you want, because it's, well, we'll see. We'll see as this reading goes on, because it could be someone that just wants that passion with you, that they don't want a relationship. I don't know. You might want a committed relationship. I'm not feeling that this is what it is. I'm not feeling that this is what it is. The wounded part of you is susceptible to it, though. Maybe in misinterpreting this passion, this lust, this chemistry for the beginnings of a stable relationship. Is it? It could be. It could be. But I would think it's the exception rather than the rule. If we dive into a lusty thing like this, it's more likely to be the exception rather than the rule. Occasionally, a couple like that might turn into an actual couple, a committed relationship. But it depends what you want. You might just want a lusty kind of thing like that. You might want a dalliance, and I think that's what we're talking about here. I think you guys, well, we'll see. How are things on the surface of it? How do things look on the face of it for flowers? Ace of Swords. It looks like you're having this new start, and it's the truth of you. There's a bit of delusion going on here, I think. Ace of Swords. So you think you're starting something new here. Ace of Wands. It's like, this is it. This is the one. I can feel it. Like the chemistry is off the planet. I think this is the one. I think your wounded self has attracted someone in here. What's really behind that? Ace of Swords. What's really behind that is the Queen of Cups. This is you being nurturing, you're open and available. So you're open to something here. It doesn't look good. The Devil and the Ace of Wands. What's hindering you is the Nine of Wands. So your wounded self is hindering you here. You're thinking like, yeah, this is it. This is the vision that I've had. This is the one. This is the person I've been waiting for. What's really behind that is you're open and receptive to it, the Queen of Cups. It's about you being nurturing and loving as well. It's like, this one, I love this one, yes. Are they being loving back to you, or is it chemistry enough for you? Is that enough for you? Because that's all it could be. It could just be that. And if you're thinking that that is going to turn into something more, it might, but with these cards, I would say it probably isn't going to. Recent past. What's the recent past for you guys? 5 of Wands. So you've been practicing to manifest something. You have been doing things differently. So you've changed your ways in the way. You've slowed down, or you've stopped responding to certain kinds of people. You're noticing the red flags more. You're putting that practice in. You're learning how to manifest. You have been learning how to manifest a relationship. You're getting better at it. And I feel like you've got this lesson relationship coming in now to teach you something more along this same path. It's more practice as you are manifesting the relationship that you really want. This person has got a key for you of some of your wounding, of how you are still open to something that isn't really what you want, and still willing to love them, and still willing to believe that this is it. But it's about your wounding, really. It isn't really it. What's coming in in the near future? But it's something. I mean, when I say it's not the long-term person, but they've got something for you for sure. I'm not saying like don't get into this relationship. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this is a lesson relationship. This person has got something more to teach you. So the Knight of Cups. You've got a romantic proposal coming. Ace of Cups. It's going to make you feel fantastic. The World. And a cycle is ending, a new cycle beginning. Wow. And death and rebirth. Wow. You've got incredible things coming. or it's going to appear that it's incredible to you. Let's put it that way. That's the way you're going to take it. But death and rebirth, you've got a significant change happening coming in here. Wait. Could it be this person? It doesn't feel like it to me. I'm going to go deep into this Nine of Wands card of what this wounding is and find out what that is in the deeper dive to see. Because this is incredible. These 4 cards, wow. A love offer coming in, it's going to make you feel fantastic. Cycles changing completely, end of an old cycle, death and rebirth. So very different circumstances than you've had before. What's this reading also about? Devil and the Ace of Wands and... ooh. The Fool, start of a new journey. 8 of Pentacles, where you're actually going to get back from the work that you're putting in. Queen of Wands, claiming what it is that you want. Okay, well, this changes it. So it appears to me like you are going to get what you want here, whether it's with the same person or not. I don't know, but you've got it coming very soon, what it is that you want. Start of a new journey that is actually reciprocal. You're going to get back from the hard work that you put into relationships, claiming, manifesting it, what it is that you want. Right. If it is this person that you've got at the moment, Devil, Ace of Wands, who I'll be thinking of when I'm saying that, it will be because you take it really slowly, let it develop into something more. But we'll see. We'll see. What are your fears? You've got a very intense connection here, haven't you? Yeah. Now, we could be talking about a twin flame connection here, because if this is going to turn into all of this, then it could be that you go in and out of each other's lives. That the past that's going on at the moment is about this wounding. You see, that Nine of Wands changes everything in this, because that's what's hindering you, the woundedness, right? The woundedness in them could be hindering them too. It could be what's holding this relationship up from it being much more than this. And that's what I feel is coming, is that once you both heal yourselves of that thing that you're showing each other at the moment, this is when it can turn into all of this greatness here, because they're incredible cards. Really incredible cards. Anyway, what are your fears? What are your fears? King of Pentacles. Fearing that they're not going to be stable. That stable force, the husband kind of material, wife material, stable in their money. So coming forward as a passion, yes, but are they going to be stable? Are you going to be able to build something with them? Is it going to have that staying power kind of thing, that lasting? That's your fears. Is it going to be stable? Oh, it's passionate. Yes, there's a lot of feeling there, but can it be a stable kind of an energy too? What are your hopes? A Chariot. You want this. You want it to move fast. Come on, let's do this. You want it to move forward, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Exciting. Let's get your outcome cards out. So what's the outcome of all of this? Oh, I've got so many questions to ask in the deeper dive. I'm going to reveal the outcome cards to you in the deeper dive, but I'm going to ask about that Nine of Wands, because it is very important to find out what that wounding is. What is this lesson at the moment? That what is it that you need to heal so that you're not hindering this anymore? And I feel that's a two-way thing as well. I think they've got to heal something. I'll go into their side of it too. And pull out all of these romance cards as well to give you some advice in all of this as well. So your outcome. Oh, okay. That was the first one out, and then that one, and then that one. Interesting cards for your outcome there. I'm going to reveal those in the deeper dive along with those other cards as well. And I'm going to go into the Nine of Wands. What is the hindrance on this relationship as well? Give you clarity on that. And let's move you guys forward. I think this could be a twin flame here. I didn't think it at the start. I thought that this was just a last thing, but all of these cards, no, this is an important relationship for you. I get it now. You're obviously learning a lot from each other in this, what is possibly in and out at the moment kind of thing, until you've both healed yourselves, you can move forward. Let's help you out with that in that deeper dive. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below as well. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, excuse me, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Please check in those places before you email me, because I'm just going to tell you the same thing, and you'll find it in there. In that email, you'll see a link to the flower. Isn't it beautiful, this flower? You'll see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on that flower on a device that you can open PDFs on. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and you click on that, and if it doesn't take you to a video, just try it on a different device, and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. It really helps me out. It only takes a couple of seconds of your time, and I'm telling you, it makes all the difference to the YouTube algorithm. Thousands of people used to watch these pick a card reads, and now it's so very few, and it's just because of that. If you don't take the time, just those few seconds to click that like button and just say hey, even if it's just hey that you say, it makes a massive difference to my channel. Please help me out by doing that. I would be very much grateful for that. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week. Got any ideas of what you want me to do them on? Let me know in the comments below and I'll do that. Click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well for my other stuff, which is a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year. And I go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show, which I do mini reads for donations in there, so come along to that sometime. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing down there. You'll see the next one there, next show, to find out is when it is on in your time zone, and you can click on set a reminder there as well. So there you go. Thank you again for watching. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this, and if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell and the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do a full Celtic Cross love spread for you guys. Find out what's going on in your love life. And as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. In the extended reading, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards to you from this Celtic Cross spread. I'm also going to get all of the romance cards out of all my decks here as well to give you some more guidance on all of that. And what else? Time frames as well, how this might work out. It just depends what comes out in this reading, or I could be going deeper into certain aspects of this reading as well. We'll see what comes up in this anyway. If you're interested in that deeper dive, then toward the end of the reading, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. What is this reading all about? Let's find out. We've got the 6 of Emotions out first. Twin flame, possible twin flame soulmate connection. Muse of Voices is the King of Swords, so it's getting clarity on that. Are they my twin flame or aren't they? Justice. Is this my match? It's the 11 card. More twin flame energy. Is this my match or not? Here's the question. Wanting to get clarity on that. Is this my twin flame? Is this my soulmate? I want to know. You guys watching this reading, you want to know that. That's what the reading is about. Is this the one that's meant for me? Is this my justice? Is this the one that the universe has for me? Let's find out. So how do things look on the face of it for shells? How's this love thing on the face of it? So it feels to me like you've got your eye on someone, you could have started dating someone, or you could just be noticing them and got those feelings there, and you're like, is this it? Is this it? How do things look on the face of it? You're getting a lot of cards out. Death. Wow. 10 of Emotions and the Fool. So on the face of it, appears to be end of a cycle, start of a new cycle. Death card is more than that. Really the end of old ways and a rebirth. Could be someone coming back into your life who seems to have been significantly changed. Just for some of you, could be. Someone coming back into your life. It's like, are they my soulmate or not? They're coming back in. Does that mean they're the one? For some of you, it could be that. For the majority of you, I don't think it's that. I think it's someone new, but it seems to be significantly different. this time around. 10 of emotions, like they could fulfill your heart. It appears that they could fulfill your heart. You feel like wanting to take a risk on this, the Fool, start a new journey with them, to go for this. That's how it appears on the face of it anyway. What's really behind that? What's really behind that? That's very positive on the face of it. So no wonder you're wondering, is this person my twin flame? It appears so with those cards, but what's really behind that? See, I prefer those cards to be down there of what's really behind that rather than on the face of it. What's really behind that? The Empress. Excellent. The Empress is you, Divine Feminine, being in your power. Why are you even questioning this? If you're in the Empress energy, the answer is yes to this. The answer is yes to this. Looks like a flower. No, I was just realizing that I didn't get the hindrance card out. What's crossing you? Why did I forget that? I never forget that in a reading, but I did forget it this time. I'm going to get it out now. I love this because, like I said, these are very positive cards. It feels really good. And if that's just how it appears on the surface, oh no, what's lurking behind that? What's lurking behind that is the Empress. You've done the work on yourself. You've got yourself to that position of being the Divine Feminine, of being in your power, of integrating all of those queen sides of yourself so that you're ready for this. This is awesome. So why are you unsure about it? Well, if you've put the work in, why would you have manifested anything different? It's a question to ask yourself. So let's find out. What is hindering you in this? What's crossing you? I find it very interesting that I forgot to get this card out because it wasn't in my awareness for this reading. It's significant in itself, that, but let's get a card out anyway. What's hindering you in this? I'm waiting for them to give me a love offer. 2 of emotions. This is big. This is a big one, this one. I think the answer is yes. Wow. You're dancing around each other at the moment. The love offer isn't coming in. What's hindering you is just the coming together, the admitting to each other that you've got this massive feelings for each other. This is it. You know it's it. The answer is yes to this. You want clarity on it though. The Muse of Voices. This Muse of Voices, this King of Swords is saying, Claire, can you tell me in this reading, I'm coming to this reading to find out, is this my twin flame? Is this my soulmate? Is this the person that I'm going to be with? And the answer is yes. But what's hindering you is you're both holding back from letting each other know. You're dancing around each other at the moment instead of going, here I am. Here I am, like the Fool. Here I am, let's do this. I love you. You're my happily ever after. Past is behind us now. The past, death, how it appears on the surface, death, rebirth. This one feels different this time. It feels different, doesn't it? But your fear is going, but is it different? Is it the same as last time? Is it another disappointment? Are they just going to be... What's hindering you in this is just dancing around each other instead of telling each other how you feel. Wow. And I'm saying telling each other rather than it's you telling them how you feel or them telling you how you feel. Because this is it for you. This is the love connection for you. So you're both mirroring each other. You will be. So, recent past. What's been going on in the recent past for you guys? You're having some kind of a standoff at the moment. But what about the recent past? Oh. Ace of Emotions. You got so much feeling for each other. You absolutely adore each other. And the High Priestess. An inner knowing. An inner knowing of who you are to each other. An intuitive knowing. I don't know. This reading could get even more perfect. But let's see, shall we? You both had an inner knowing, an intuitive knowing about each other. A feeling. Maybe you already know. Like just you spark each other. You might light each other's inner children up to feel great around each other and make each other feel amazing. How scary. How beautiful. I get it. Near future. I'm going to take them all, you know. Here we go. Okay, you're manifesting something together here. Lucky. Fate is involved in this as well. The Wheel of Fortune. You got the Emperor. Now we've got the Emperor and the Empress on the table here. Should we put them together down there? The Emperor is going to come in. He's going to take charge. This is the Divine Masculine. Knight of Inspiration coming in with this passion. Fast. With this passion. Six of Voices. To move this forward, to get past those obstacles, to move this forward. The universe is helping you out. Wheel of Fortune says that already. This is fated. The universe is getting involved here for this manifestation to bring these two together. Eight of Inspiration, communication. Communication coming. Nine of Emotions, wish fulfillment. Can this reading get any better? Can it? You got someone coming in here. Divine Masculine coming in to manifest this. Fate's getting involved. Universe is helping you out. Communication coming in. You're my wish fulfillment. Let's do this. You got this coming in very soon. Wow. What else is this reading about? What the outcome card is going to be after all of these cards? It's like, oh, this thing is also about the pain, the Ten of Voices, the end of pain. So yes, I mean, why you've got such positivity here, but you're wanting clarity on it, right? Even though your intuition is saying yes and your feelings are saying yes, you want clarity on it. Why? Because of past pain, of course, because of past pain and what you've been through in the past. So yeah, soothing. This reading is also about soothing you. From that past pain that you've been through. Of course, we're all wounded. We've all had those gnarly past relationships that have been horrible. And the fear is always going to be there, right? As perfect as this is, oh my God, it's perfect. The cards are amazing. Is the fear still going to be there? Of course it's going to be there. That little fear of going, well, I've had some terrible relationships, and what if though? But what if? What if it's toxic? What if it's this? What if it's that? Anyway, soothe yourself from that past pain. It doesn't have to be this painful. In other words, recognize that wounded child inside of yourself that's been through all of those things and tend to her or him inside of you. Soothing yourself, not scaring them even more, going, yeah, what if it is? What if the toxic? Instead of talking to yourself like that, soothe yourself. Wow, all the signs are there that this is a good one, that this is a perfect one for me. Soothe yourself like that and encourage yourself. Calm yourself down, you know. What are your fears? What are your fears? Shells, what are your fears? Seven of Inspiration. Defensive, being defensive, having to protect yourself. What are your fears? Having to protect yourself, being defensive. Should I be defending this? Do I need to have rules, something in place to make sure that this works out? There's also an element here, especially in this deck, because this often feels different to me in this deck, this Seven of Inspiration, about the big reveal here. There's a part of you that's scared. Everything is going to be different when this happens, right? When you reveal to each other your feelings and you go for this, everything is going to be different in your life. So there's a fear there of it getting revealed, like a fear of what it is that you actually want coming true because of all the change. It's like you get on the roller coaster before the whizzy feeling when you go down that first big drop, but you also fear when you get to that edge. You're fearing too. It's that. What about your hopes? What are your hopes? I feel like you've got all like the positive cards out already. No, you haven't. There's more positive cards to come. Your hopes are for the Three of Materials, to plan, to collaborate, to get together, to build with this person, that you're coming together, that you're on the same page. You're hoping that they want the same things too, to build, to have a long-term relationship here. Okay, let's get your outcome cards out. I'm so excited for you. This is awesome. Outcome cards. How interesting. Okay, so you got 4 cards out here. Let me just put them in the order they came out. There was that one first, and then that one, then that one, and then that one. Okay, interesting story here. Reveal those in the deeper dive read if you're interested in that. And all of these love cards as well for more clarity on this. And I'm also going to get a timing card out for you guys as well, and how this might progress. If you're interested in that, I will pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below as well. Just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Get your email address right. Type it in very carefully, otherwise you're not going to receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. So check those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that shell on a device where you can open PDFs, and in that PDF, you will see, amongst other things, a picture of a video. If you click on that video picture and it doesn't take you straight away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. And what else? Yeah, that's it. And so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well, even if it's just to say hi, because literally these readings were getting thousands of views before, and now they're not anymore. And it's just that lack of interaction, because YouTube thinks nobody cares. You're watching them without clicking and without commenting on it, and unfortunately it is the contentious kind of the videos that stir up the crap that people comment on, you know, more when they're angry or whatever. They get more views and get promoted more by YouTube, and it's kind of wrong. You know, that's kind of wrong. So do be aware of that and help girl out and comment on it. It really helps my YouTube channel when you do that. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week, and if you'd like me to do it on a particular subject, let me know in the comments below as well. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear my other stuff too, which is a daily energy update for the collective. I also go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show, where I do mini reads for donations. Would love to see you in there. You can find the next show by clicking on the Be Healing page down there, and you'll see the next show laying in wait. You can find out when it is in your time zone, and you can click on set a reminder on that as well. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me shells, good luck with all of this. It sounds extremely exciting to me. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive for more information on this or some guidance, then I'll see you in there very shortly.